Kaiju no Kami here with
Cruellica Kain!
And we're going to be talking about Avataro Sentai Donbrothers, which is going to be next year's Super Sentai series that is a direct sequel, apparently, to Zenkaiger.
All I think of when you say Avataro Sentai Donbrothers is music from, like, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly for some reason. Like,
first...
Well, before we get into that, because you're sharing photo,
well, the
people
image
can see, right?
I'm assuming the image is going to be right here now.
No.
Or maybe it was right there the entire time because I just put it in there then, but not now.
But when's now?
Now is now.
But what happened then?
It happened then.
But is this now?
No, that was then.
Sorry, that's our Oscar-worthy performance of Spaceballs with dark helmets. But we both actually on our phone have the image, so we can see the image, and I can zoom in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out.
All right,
except I'm zooming in on this crotch, so I don't know what that says.
All right, so first we have Morgana from Persona 5 as Black Ranger.
Okay. So, he is stealing my thunder on this for Inu Brother, because when I first saw the image this morning, because I'm
Inu Brother.
That's what his name is called.
Well, okay, maybe, alright, then slow down.
No, can I finish my story? So, I'm working away, being a responsible adult. It's very hard, because I'm about to go on vacation. And he's like, we have the Don Brother photo to see. I look at it, and the first thing I say is, Morgana.
Wait, well, that's what I thought of.
But I voiced it.
But wait, so that's a dog?
That's the name I have, Inu Brother.
Then that's a dog. No wonder people are making Scrappy-Doo jokes.
Oh my god!
But I thought that was a cat.
Okay, no, I didn't think it was a cat. I just thought because of the way the helmet looked, it reminded me of Morgana. But Scrappy-Doo is so much more apropos. But for all of you Scooby-Doo fans out there, because I'm a huge Scooby-Doo stan.
Stan?
That's what they call them now, stans. Because we're old, so we don't know that. Stans are when you're like a super fan of something.
Okay.
But,
super...
No, it's S-T-A-N. I don't know why.
Where just the T come in? Super fans.
No, stan is... I don't know what it means.
And I'm just thinking stans, so we're JoJo's characters?
No, that's stands. S-T-A-N-D-S.
Where do you stand?
I stand with Stardust Crusaders. Forever and always. Jotaro Kujo. But anyways, nevertheless, of all the years that I have loved Scooby-Doo, the one character I have always hated in Scooby-Doo was Scrappy-Doo.
That's because you have no soul.
You like Scrappy-Doo?
I did when I was a kid. I loved Scrappy-Doo.
And I'm married to you?
He was my favorite character.
Oh my god, get away from me. But if Scrappy-Doo is going to be who we're going to reference here, sorry, I just need to move him into the picture, is that I'm going to hate the character if he's going to be like Scrappy-Doo. Now, so the other character... Well...
Okay, well, first let's go over these. First of all, we've got... Our Red Ranger is Don Momotaro, because he's apparently supposed to be based on Momotaro from the story. In fact, I guess that's what all these are supposed to be based on. So, first thing, I didn't notice this originally, because I was like, oh, the suits aren't too bad, but I didn't notice he has like a little sprocket
Oh!
above his helmet.
Well, that's supposed to be like the Japanese style for like the classic hairstyles.
So that completely ruins that costume for me.
Really?
It does.
Really?
Yes, that ruins...
Are you that vain as a human being?
I'm just saying, it just throws off the entire look. Now, I do find it funny that he has what looks like a PlayStation D-pad on his boots.
Oh, yeah.
He
really does. It's basically on the shin guard.
No. Yeah, whatever. And that's on all of them. Now, I guess the sword is a pair of sunglasses.
Well, and supposedly that sword is supposed to be, yes, it's called the Zanglas sword.
Yes.
Which I actually like the design of the sword because, admittedly, when watching Go Buster, their sunglasses, which I think the company that supported them must have taken stock out on the sunglasses because they threw them away all the time. But it kind of reminds me of that, which is one of the gimmicks I really did enjoy about Go Buster.
Now, the peach on Red's visor helmet is kind of weird.
Well, I like it because it takes away from the way the visor goes out for the eyes, where it actually extends outside of the head sculpt.
I don't know. The peach, I get why it's in the logo itself for the on the chest, but I don't think it really needed to be on the helmet. But it's fine. I've seen worse.
Well,
I do like the colors. I do like how the balance of white, red, and black works on that.
Well, it kind of reminds me of a little bit like the Shikinger color blend.
Mm-hmm.
So
actually, that's what I thought of initially.
Yeah. So I like the color blend for that. Same thing when we do look at the Black Ranger for Inu Brother. Even though we only see a portion of it because it kind of looks like it's super deformed.
Well, yeah, we've got big hands, big head, tiny body.
So, I actually like, because I don't know if the character is actually truly super deformed. I think it's almost like that forced perspective.
It could be.
Where, because you have the hand really big going out, I kind of feel like it's a forced perspective. But when I look at the Blue Rangers...
with the furry arms?
Well, it kind of reminds me of Q Ranger, because the Blue Ranger there...
Funny enough, people have been making that comparison too online.
See, I'm not online because, once again, I was a responsible adult, so I worked all day. But he reminds me of Q Ranger, and his name in the series is going to be Saru Brother. And so, I wonder for the suit actor, because red, yellow, and blue are supposed to be actual people and then suit actors. Or at least there's actual suit.
And black and pink are supposed to be 100% CGI. Which, as we've seen in Zenkaiger, they cannot do CGI.
But where I'm going with this, though, is if, let's say for Saru and for the other...
Pink, or yellow,
for Oni.
Oni's sister.
Oni's sister. If they are... Because if this is supposed to be a sequel to this series... The couple of questions I have that haven't been answered yet is, one, is Red going to be the only human ranger? And then two, are the other two physically their rangers going to be people that henshin into these costumes, or are they going to be like the Kikanoids and actually still be suit actors, just transitioning from one suit to another?
Here's one thing though. Pink is called Kiji Brother.
Well, and that's something I'm a little confused about. One, because I don't know the story of Momotaros that well. outside of the introduction of Momotaros to when the character was in Deno and other things. So I don't know. It's kind of like the Journey to the West. While I know a lot because of seeing it in different series, I don't know the extent of it in like traditional aspects.
So first, I guess Yellow. I do like the horns on Yellow's helmet. Well, I actually do like the yellow design.
So I actually also like the fact that the way Yellow... You mean Yellow?
Yeah, Yellow.
I was about to go to Pink. But,
I hate Pink.
Well, no, we'll go to Pink after. But for Yellow, I actually like the... I think they're called gauntlets, right? On the shoulders?
No, gauntlets are in your arms. The shoulder armor?
The shoulder armor. Because I like the spikes there.
Yeah, I like that too. Even though it makes me think she's wearing a football outfit.
Well, by the way all the costumes are cut, they actually look like action figures. So modern action figures, they have that breastplate cut where you can easily...
The ab crunch area.
Whatever. They have that so they can bend.
Oh yeah, these are going to be easy to do figures for.
Oh god,
and make them
already...
And make them posable at the chest. That there's no reason none of the Donbrothers figures should not have an ab crunch or separated abdomen, like upper body, lower torso.
Because even Red looks like it has it.
Mm-hmm.
With the way he's bent, you can still see it.
But so Pink, one, I do not like how skinny and, slender she looks.
Well, is it a she?
Or, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to go genderless. I'm going to go, I don't like how Pink looks because the character...
I like the helmet.
The way... Now, being that they're going to be CGI'd, I'm curious to see if Pink is going to be literally like pixie size, because the way the picture is showing with the way the body format is, it looks like it should be a pixie size character. Like it shouldn't be a full size.
But yeah, I don't like that they're supposed to be fully, because it's going to look out of place like the SD brothers are in Zenkaiser.
Well, so the one thing I am hoping, and I don't need to look at the picture anymore for this, the one thing I'm hoping when you see the first look is that maybe they were saving all their budget.
Okay, so it says here, Inu brother is the shortest member at 3 feet 3.
Okay, that makes sense.
Kiji brother, the Pink, is 7'2". So she's not a pixie size.
Well, they're not pixie size.
Well, whatever.
So they're going to be like Avatar.
Oh, it does say him here.
Oh, so Kiji
It says, Kiji brother is the tallest, with him being 220 centimeters, around 7'2".
Okay, so can I say, though, then, if we're going to go with the fact that there's going to be a male presence for a Pink character,
needs to be voiced by a transgender person.
Yeah. Well, transgender or at least non-binary. Because if in fact they are accurate that Pink is going to be male, one thing I will say is that is a step in a very interesting direction for Japan. Because Japan, more so than America, is very traditional in Pink always being feminine, Yellow being either or depending on the series. Because typically, with most series outside of Sun Vulcan, you've always had at least 1 to 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
And the female counterpart of the series has always been, more often than not, either pink or white, or on the rare occasion, yellow as a sole female, if there is no pink color in it. But if you're going to have Pink as a male I am so excited to see where this goes.
Now, I do like...
Now, if they do have a female voice actress, which I will be incredibly disappointed on because that's not fair.
Well, that would defy the point.
I would say if you're going to do that, it should be one of those female voice actors like Romy Park, who
can do either.
Has a very androgynous
or,
voice.
oh god, the lady that did Sailor Uranus and Shinji.
Yes.
And
so
Yugi.
Either have a voice actress that's very androgynous, if you're going to go that route. However, I do agree it should be someone who is either trans, non-binary, or traditionally a cis male. I think that would be the only way you can appropriately represent that
now,
to make it fair.
I do like from the colors on the gun here, where it has like the little bit of green, the bit of pink.
Well, okay, so the reason why I like the gun is it reminds me of like when we went to some of the more modern series that had guns. Because it gave the audience an opportunity to actually see, one, it's not a realistic gun, even though very rarely do they ever look realistic, but also it kind of gives like an homage to all the different characters.
Now, I will say it is weird that all of their belts are red. I think the belt should have been color coordinated because blue, all the yellow, blue, and pink all look out of place with red belts.
They do, but there could be a purpose behind it. I do kind of hope that, being that the series is called Donbrothers, that we truly do have more than one human character for the team. I kind of hope that pink, blue, and red are all human.
So now we have other information. Head writer is going to be Toshiki Inoue, who has done Jetman, which this is his first time since Jetman doing Sentai.
Yep.
And
but
then obviously
Agito,
Kiva, and Fies. So there might help.
You kind of forgot about one series he did.
Go Dragon.
No. Another Kamen Rider series that you're still kind of pissed off about.
Amazons.
No.
Oh yeah, him ruining Hibiki. Well, I don't think that's totally his fault.
But in all honesty, having watched outside of Go-Regon, having watched Kiva, and we just recently watched Kiva again.
Well, we've recently watched Kiva and Agito.
Well, yes, but Kiva's more recent to.
And we watched obviously his episodes for Kuga.
Well, I'm thinking because Kiva is more current. So let me finish my goddamn thoughts.
Go.
Because I like Kiva so much and he did such a great job with that, I'm kind of hoping that we're actually going to get something that might be a combination between Jetman and Kiva with the storytelling wise.
I hope. However, I hope he can control himself with the love triangle aspect in this show.
Well, okay. If you have 2 computer-generated characters, plus 3 chibi-D characters, it's going to be hard to do a love triangle, I would say. But then again, we're having a male Pink Ranger, so I am not taking anything off the table.
Okay, so...
But does that mean we could possibly get a relationship between the red and pink and actually have it be something...
Okay, I don't think they're going to progress that far.
Come on, Japan!
But you know how many people are going to, like, be upset and call the series woke if that were to be the case?
Okay, there is a difference between being woke.
Now, I've come to determine that people just use the term woke for if it's a social commentary that they don't agree with. It's woke.
Oh.
That's why I've come to notice that when someone says it's something woke, it means I disagree with their social commentary.
That's very true.
All right, so the director is the guy who has directed Akiba Ranger, Saber, and Zenkaiger.
Akiba.
Oh, it's the Saber Zenkaiger movie.
Okay, if we're gonna do Akiba Ranger, the director for Akiba Ranger, I'm not gonna reference
primary director.
Primary director. I'm not gonna reference anything else yet. If you have not seen Akiba Ranger, shame on you.
And then Shirakura is the producer again. Along with Naomi Takabe, who is the producer for O's and Go Busters.
Okay.
And then, the action director will be Hirofumi Fukazawa, who was Go Busters through Real Soldier.
Okay, that's fair. So.
And then the effects director is the guy who did Zyuohger's effects, Hiroshi Butsuda.
So I'm kind of hoping a few things for this. One, that they actually have a budget if they're going to do CGI.
Well, yeah, so here is the CGI blight that I am not looking forward to.
Hold on.
It looks completely out of place.
Well, no, let me finish looking at it. Are you going to put the picture up for people to see?
If I decide to.
Just put that.
Well, if I can get the picture.
Well, I guess, so the picture, in case he doesn't post it, is basically so I'm trying to think of how to describe it.
Well, it's a hover bike that looks out of, it basically looks like Setchan as a hover bike.
So the only weird thing, well, there's many weird things, but the only weird thing that really sticks out to me for this is to know that we're at a sequel.
Alright, and so Don Momotaro is going to actually appear in episode 42 of Zenkaiger.
So in 2 weeks.
No, January 9th is when the episode airs. So as I said, there'll be
3 weeks.
There'll be a break between the new year. So the Don Blaster can use Sentai gears, and his bike combines with Juran to form a robot.
Okay, just so I'm following, does that mean Juran is going to be our tie?
Supposedly both Juran and Kaito are going to be prominent characters in Donbrothers, from what the rumors have said.
Well, I guess the first question I have is, who is Don's brother?
Well, Doc and Donero. Don Doc Dogoya, Don Donero.
Okay. Next, this is the first time that I'm aware of in Sentai history that there has ever been a sequel.
Well, remember, Denjimon Sun Vulcan.
Were they directly...
Well, because Queen Hidorian, the final villain of Denjimon, is one of the villains in Sun Vulcan.
So the only tie between those two series was the actual villain.
Well, that, and they did show a scene of Denji Robo in one sequence.
So loosely together, they were tied together by the villains, but not like the heroes or anything like that. So technically, this would be the first time a series is a sequel to each other with the heroes.
Yes.
So I guess, obviously, we're not to the end of the series.
Will you give me my phone back?
Can I finish my statement?
No, well, give me my phone back.
So, I guess with that being said, I have a list of questions. May I ask my question?
Sure.
First question. why are we doing a sequel? Second question. With the way this story is panning out for Zenkaiger, how is it going to feed into the next series with Kaito and Juron potentially being prominent characters? Third, what does prominent character mean? I know that you're not going to have any of these answers, but I'd rather have these questions out there.
I'm more thinking, okay, please do not have Toji Tendo continue into Donbrothers. Have real villains.
I never thought of that. Is that why Gege is like next stepping shit? Because Gege is going to be the villain of the next series?
I hope not.
I never thought about that, but yeah, I agree. Now, okay, there is only one character, if we're going to try this out, that should go from this series to the next series.
Stacy?
Yes, because Stacy deserves it. That actor has worked his ass off to make this character be the only character outside of Kaito.
Shit, Stacy should be Donbrother.
Maybe he is. We don't know.
But,
actually, that would be fucking awesome if it was.
Yeah, but they won't. But, yeah,
Oh my god, I would so, if nobody has been cast for Donbrother.
Well, obviously they've been cast.
Okay. If Stacy is not Donbrother, or Don Momotaro,
yeah, Don Momotaro,
I am going to be so pissed because you just put that in my head, and that would work because he, as an actor, has gotten shafted. And he deserves...
He deserves to be the lead character in next year's Kamen Rider series.
Oh my god, he deserves so much more than what he got. Yes, they created a character for him because they're like, wow, we like you so much, we're doing this. The problem is...
They haven't done anything with him.
No! And he's proven he has such talent. So, Toei, you better make right by this guy because he so deserves it. But I'm confused by the sequel aspect. I know people have made comments over the years. I think you even made comments about wishing there were sequels to other series that you've really enjoyed. My God, I think everybody wanted a sequel to Gokaiger and we never got that.
I don't think that would. Well, it's hard to say. I don't really want a sequel to a Sentai series. But it's like, if you're going to give a sequel to a series, give it to a really good one.
Well, kind of what I hope for if they're going to do this sequel.
In fact, okay, you wanted to bring Anyway back, do a sequel to Jetman.
Well, here's what I was thinking. Maybe not, I don't think we can get to a sequel to Jetman, but even though that would be awesome, except Guy would not be.
Well, no, the point would be it'd be the kids and their
Guy
friends.
doesn't have a child. He's dead. But anyways, you know what I think would be a smart move? So in the business world, we have what's called a transition of power, where the incoming leader starts before the outgoing leader leaves.
Yeah, because he's training.
And sometimes the incoming leader starts to actually be that underboss and start to actually do everything ahead of time with the outgoing leader supervising to a degree. Why I'm saying that is if you're going to do a sequel to a series, but you're going to have two different head writers that have two different focuses, two different paths.
Anyway needs to take over at the end of Zenkaiger.
if not take over, at least start merging the ideas together so that when we move into the next series...
There you go. Anyway, save Zenkaiger with the last 4 episodes.
Stranger shit has happened. But I really think if you're going to have a sequel series, you need to start prepping and having a good transition. Because where normal series have a defined line, this is the end of this series, this is the start of this series, we are now coming to this gray area where we're not getting that. Because I can guarantee you, if you do not have a transition, there's another problem that nobody has thought of.
Continuity? Even though Zenkaiger really has none?
But in all honesty, there is going to be that problem with continuity. Because think about Kaito's character and Juron's character. They have very defined presentations. Very different than Inoue's style of characters. Inoue, even though he can have those bright and uplifting characters, they are so much more muted than what Junko does with her characters. Junko is really good at those bombastic characters that are larger than life. Where Inoue looks at that subtlety.
So what they should have done, what I think they should have done is, okay, fine. Have Junko write the heroes that they're going to be continuing with the Zenkaiger characters, and have Inoue write the villains and the plot.
I don't see, and admittedly I think that's a good idea as well, because the one thing that we can all agree on is Junko knows
how to write heroes.
She does. She writes great heroes, because even when we were talking about Zenkaiger, definitely watch that episode, she knows how to write heroes where even if they're in a shitty episode, you're still like rooting for them. Inoue does write good heroes, but he writes heroes that live in tragedy.
And, because he writes heroes that are more realistic.
Because even if you think about Kiba, just using that as the more recent example, all of his characters, they drip tragedy. The moment they walk 2 steps, something tragic has happened behind them. They live in tragedy. But when you think of like Shizuka, the character in that, even though you don't know her tragic backstory. Tragic? I don't know. Tragic backstory, because I imagine Shizuka has one.
Well, clearly, since she spends all her time taking care of Wataru, clearly her parents are dead.
I know! So, being that she has to have a tragic backstory, she is still, like, so upbeat and peppy. And
that's because in one life she was Luna.
That is very true. But even when you look at Jetman, when you get to, I think it's the Green Ranger, who's the high school student, or is she Blue?
Blue.
Blue
Swallow.
Yes, Blue Swallow. That sounds so terrible. But, anyways, she is so energetic. And I still think, even for that series, they drip tragedy.
Well, just think about the episode with her teddy bear that she had as a kid.
Oh my God, I tried
the
to
teddy
think about
bear
that.
disintegrates people.
Yeah, but it was so damn ugly and cute. I wanted it. But anyways, Inoue does a great task with storytelling. Obviously, I have not seen Hibiki, so I can't comment.
You've also seen Fies.
Oh my God. Fies was the second Kamen Rider series I saw, and I was like, holy shit, we go from Highlander to everybody's dying.
You're like, holy shit, dude, do you need a hug?
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought Highlander Kamen Rider was bad. No. Fies is... The man needs therapy, Or he needs to be sober, but then again, when Stephen King got sober, he got weirder, so that could probably be different. Nevertheless, long story short, or short story long, I do think they need to have that transition of power. Or, like you said, have Junko at least come in for the first few episodes of Donbrothers and at least train whoever is going to be the secondary writers to help with keeping that continuity of whatever characters are coming from Zenkaiger going into Donbrothers. Because otherwise, Kaito is going to be so emo that Stacy's going to look like he's pure goth. Which, actually, that might be
I was going to say, what are you talking about? No, okay. Also, another thing I want a villain who smokes.
That will not happen again.
They need to have a villain who smokes.
They can't do that anymore.
Screw it. Yes, they can.
No, they can't. I don't know if it's like official in Japan. I think it might be. But I think there's this unspoken rule that just like in America, if it is airing for children, because in America, you cannot have a character in a children's show.
Which is so stupid because people smoke.
Yes, but smoking is bad.
That's why you have the villain smoke.
I'm sorry. Most of the heroes I like are the ones that smoke.
Okay.
Does that mean I'm a villain?
Well, okay, let's say that.
I'm a villain because I smoked for 20 years.
No. I'm calling bullshit on that whole...
You're calling bullshit on the fact that I smoked?
No.
And I smoked for 20 years, but...
Okay, I watched cartoons where characters smoked. I watched movies where characters smoked. I never once said, I want to try that. Hell no. I said, ew, I will never be doing that because that's gross.
I can honestly say the reason I started smoking at 13 really wasn't because of cartoons or television. It was because mom and dad smoked, and the guy I thought that was really hot in music, he smoked. So
see, mine was ew, gross.
But then again, I also drank and did other things that were not appropriate.
And okay. I know many will disagree, but the DARE program worked for me.
You are a perfect example of why the DARE program existed. I, on the other hand, am like the antithesis of DARE.
Yeah, for you it was drugs are really exciting.
Yes! But that's bad. Drugs are bad. I will admit that. Drugs are very, 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 very bad.
Well...
I don't know how the hell we got to the drug parts. We're talking about Sentai.
Well, that's because I said I wanted an evil villain who smokes.
Okay. Sentai is the only drug you need? Actually, Tokusatsu is the
only. So it also says that they're not going to reveal the cast until February.
Isn't that late, though?
Kind of, because usually... They would show, because usually when the new Sentai series premiered in February, they would have like a press conference at the end of December that would unveil the cast.
Because usually they show the first trailer around early February.
Oh, that would be late before. That would be really late when Sentai started in February.
Oh yeah, no. Because they showed the first trailer in January,
Because even Revice had early trailers out in like July, the end of July, if I recall.
Oh yeah, you're right. So if they're not showing the full cast until February, and the show starts early March or something.
March 6th.
I thought you said March 9th.
No. March 6th.
So March 6th. So, okay, yeah, because the 7th is a Monday in February.
It premieres on our anniversary.
No, I know that. I know when our anniversary is. I was trying to figure out what day of the week it was.
A Sunday!
I figured that out.
It's a Sentai, airs on Sundays. Wow. So obviously March 6th is a Sunday.
Nevertheless, we will watch the show because we're watching it for you. And because admittedly...
Oh, no.
And admittedly because if it's a shitty ass show, I get to torment him.
No. If this show is as bad as Zenkaiger, we're jumping ship after episode 10. I am not going through another year of crappy Sentai.
He says that now.
No.
But that will change.
I'm jumping ship like I did with Tokuger when Tokuger first came out.
He is lying. I don't know.
I haven't taken a break from Sentai since Tokuger ended. I need my time off from a shitty Sentai series. The only reason we continue with Trigger is because it's legally available.
We get Zenkaiger and Revice through appropriate means as well, right?
I'm just saying
Hint.
that Ultraman Trigger is officially on Subaraya's YouTube channel.
We get all of our other shows through appropriate means.
What do you think of the
Okay, Toei, please don't look at our little channel and think that we're doing anything wrong, right? Hint. It's all up and up, right? Up and up.
Yeah, nobody's going to believe that.
Up and up.
So what did you guys think of the Donbrothers reveals? Are you ecstatic? Are you like, oh, CGI? Oh, man. Are you happy to see Inoue back?
Are you afraid of a sequel? Because we've all seen sequels. And some are fantastic.
Speaking of sequels, apparently the new Matrix movie is the best sequel.
But just think. Sequels are known to be, unless you get Empire Strikes Back, most
or
are
Aliens.
Not always that
Or Terminator
good.
2.
Are you really
Or The Winter Soldier.
Never mind. That's
No Way
all
Home.
sequels are great. The world is her oyster. I give up. Bye, everyone.
Well, we didn't go through the stuff. Click like, subscribe, bell notification, whatever else you judge you on. Support the channel at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord,
Patreon,
CreativityByDesignLLC.com for our website, and then there's also a store where you can buy cool Kaiju no Kami merchandise. Until next time, bye.
And if we don't see you beforehand, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Actually, wait, we'll be doing other videos before that. So see you soon.